This is a video on expanding brackets and 4 things. What is it? What do we need to know? How to do it? And some application questions. So what exactly is it? I would like to consider it as a grouping of things that are in the form of a bracket with a number or variable, or just a multiplication of 2 or more things. So the very first one is 4x5. The most simplest way to actually look at it is think of that there's 4 lots of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we try and add them. X, 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 and X become 4x, and then the 5's become 20. So as I said here, think of it as 4 lots of x plus 5, or you can multiply it out. So 4 times x be 4x, and 4 times 5 be 20. Now sometimes you may get these type of questions, and for some reason it kind of confuses people. And that's fine. Just treat it as 2 different brackets, 1 and 2. So you could try and multiply it out. So 4x, 4 times 5, and then afterwards you do 5x and 5 times 3, and then combine it together. X and x go together to become 9x, 20 and 15 go together to become 35. For the next one, this actually applies to a variable, and it doesn't matter if there's a negative or not. So the idea is here, a times a would be a squared, and a times a squared would be a3. So the power would actually add up when you're multiplying. So a little bit larger indices there. So very first one, x times 5 become 5x, x times x become x squared. X times 5, 5x, x times x squared, it doesn't matter if it's a minus, it becomes x to the power 3. Now for this one, it doesn't matter if there's 2 variables there, you still apply it to the x, so x times xy would be x squared y, and x times 5 becomes 5x. Sometimes it might be easier to draw arrows, I'm going to show you. Now, this is a double bracket expansion. And like I said, arrows they make things a little bit easier. How it works is this. I like to call them little Santa's hats or the claw. It's entirely up to you as to whatever you want to call it. So there's a couple of steps here. The very first step is you go from x extended to here and you multiply. As you know from previously, x times x equals x squared. But we're not quite done with this x because we need to extend to the 8 right here to give us 8x. And we do the exact same thing for the 3, but just not to confuse yourself, let's do the claw or the Santa's hats or the arrows from the bottom. So 3 times x would be 3x, 3 times 8 would be 24. These guys combine to become 11x, and we have this as final answer. Most often people have this mistake right here. Maybe they're doing a test, maybe doing some practice, and they combine to be 12x squared. Well, remember, x squared and x are 2 different things. Now for this example, it's just a little bit difference of the minus, but actually makes a little bit difference at the end, or a big difference at the end. So you got x squared, x times 8 to be positive 8x, minus 3 to here to go minus 3x, and the difference is minus 3 times 8 become minus 24. So this, you can see a difference here, and also the 8 is no longer adding the 3x such as here, but it's subtracting it to become 5x. So I got some steps here, and remember, signs do matter. For the last bit, just a little change here. If I add a number in front, you still apply the same exact theory. So 2x times 3x, so 2 times 3 would be 6, and x times x would be x squared. Now 2x times 8, get 16x, 3 times 3x would be 9x, and 3 times 8 would be 24. Same thing as before, you add these guys, become 25x, and you have your final answer. For the next one, I have a negative here, and it doesn't really matter because you're going to see as to what it really does when it comes to your direct numbers. So 2x times 3x is here, and 2x times minus 8 become minus 16, minus 3 times 9, or 3x become 9x, and minus 3 times minus 8 become positive 24. And if you look at it, the difference really is just the middle. But the bottom one, or the last one right here, is a minus and minus number to become a positive. Okay, here's some application questions. How would you like to have a go? Okay, here are the answers. 3 times x be 3x, 3 times 4 is 12. This one right here, same idea. 3 times x, 3 times minus 4 become minus 12. 5x, 5 times 3 is 15. So the 3 and the 5 become 8x, and the minus 12 and the positive 15 become 3. For these like a double bracket expansion, same idea. X times x, x squared, x times 5, 5x, 4 times x, 4x, and 4 times 5, 20. So you combine it all together, you have this answer. Same thing for here. 3x times x, 3x squared, 3x times minus 5 becomes minus 15, 4x from here, and 4 times minus 5 becomes minus 20. So all together, you have that. Hopefully this video helps you revise, and if there are any questions, please let me know in the comments. Thank you.